Yes.
Oh, so what a beautiful plan. But I want to say this, sir. Don't you think by any way, does this not negate the principle of democracy?
No.
Would you still say we'll be practicing democratic system of government with all this you've talked about?
In Spain,
yes,
you have the Basque region.
Okay.
You have different regions. You have different presidents.
Wow.
You understand? We will now really become a republic of federal, the United States of Nigeria, so to say.
Okay.
Democracy, it is the right of the people to elect their leaders. And so, I cannot determine the leader that is coming from Kano when children will register to vote, and you see small children registering to vote. I have not determined that. If the children register to vote in Kano,
yes,
they will contest among themselves and use children to elect their leaders.
I agree with you.
It does not affect the Yoruba man.
Of course.
It does not affect the Igbo man.
Sure.
It does not affect the Kogi state man. And so by doing that, any region that is not ready to develop will remain backward. That's their business. Okay. But any region that is ready to develop politically,
okay,
will develop politically and bring the best. The problem with this country is that we are not having the best leading us. Imagine Ekweme with 8 degrees under Shagari, that was a school teacher. Imagine Professor Shimbanjo, professor of law, under Buhari. We have had this repetition of the best brains being under people who are not as enlightened and as educated as them.
Wow, it's potentially damaging, honestly. But I want to say this, sir. Do you belong to any political party as we speak? Because, you've mentioned more of APC, for clearance of doubt, really. No. Because for the viewer out there, we need to clear the
PDP. When Goodluck Jonathan was in power,
yes,
I was preaching in their churches in Bayelsa,
okay,
and in Rivers State. I was telling them they should go and tell him that he is not performing and that he will lose. Because when they give you power, power is like a gun. If you give me a gun now and I hold it, you are at my mercy.
I agree with you.
Goodluck Jonathan was in power. He did not exert authority. The reason the APC was formed was the grievances of imposition of candidates, godfatherism. That's what made people to migrate from PDP to join APC. So PDP is not innocent. They are not different.
Wow.
The terrible thing is, I did an interview for a TV station, Quest TV.
Okay.
I said a third party might emerge.
Okay.
And the new Nigerian development, new Nigerian People's Party or whatever has already emerged. Concourse on the rest
of course.
And the problem they are having, they are thinking they are superstars. The average Nigerian politician feels too big for himself.
Okay.
And when he goes outside the shores of this nation, no person recognizes him.
Okay.
So they should humble themselves and start that new third party. Okay. They should start recruiting young, brilliant people. I don't belong to any political party.
Wow.
The APC is just in power, and the limelight is on them.
Okay.
PDP did worse.
Okay.
They did terrible things. So that is, look at somebody buying brazier of $7 million or whatever. That's terrible. What breast do you want to wear? The expired breast. And there's no road to her village.
It's terrible, honestly.
Expired breast. You want to wear the brazier along the street? Some people are mad.
honestly, thank you very much. You see, I know the youth out there.
Yes.
You know, have been so concerned about the youth in recent time. And the Bible says in the last days, old men shall dream dreams and young men shall see vision.
I'm dreaming dreams.
Yeah, but today, old men are dreaming dreams and see vision for the young people. So I don't know, when will the young people begin to see vision? It's terrible. Now, for the youth watching this, they want to know, because the question, the topic still remains, if you were the president of Nigeria, what are you going to do differently? So what plan would you have for the youth? Because the youth believe it's just old men. Look at, so in a country where you see a man of 68 years, holding position as the Minister for Youth and Sports. Now, what would you do in this regard if you were the president?
You see,
concerning youth,
Soludo is doing a very reasonable thing.
Okay.
He's bringing in young men into his cabinet in Anambra State.
Great.
So it is not enough to bring young people into the cabinet. Number one, I need to rejig the educational system. The educational system that produces people that memorize, people that just recite, people that are trained to go and work in the office. I will rejig the educational system Number one, I will make the universities comfortable for our children to stay in. I know universities where students defecate in polythene bag and throw away.
Really?
Yes.
In Nigeria?
Yes. I went to a university again at the age of 56 and there were no toilets. I will drive into town to go and use the restroom. So I will make university education like Costa Rica did. Costa Rica disbanded their army. I will take money from areas of wastage, just like the Senate. I will take money from...
So you mean the Senate is a waste?
It's a waste. I also tell you, you see, go and check how much that is used to buy gas in Aso Rock. It will shock you. You will wonder whether they eat hippopotamus for breakfast. Go and check how much is used for cutlery in Oshiba and Jo's house, how much is used for cutlery in Buhari's house annually.
Cutlery?
Cutlery, as if they are disposable.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you one. It will shock you to know that we pay house rent for Aso Rock. We don't know who we are paying to.
I don't understand. You pay... No, sir. No, this is shocking to me.
It will shock.
Pay house rent in Aso Rock?
We pay house rent in Aso Rock.
Meaning Aso Rock is on rentage?
I don't know who we are belong to. Ask Babangida when he was shocked.
Is it verifiable, sir?
Verifiable. Go and check it now.
House rent in Aso Rock?
We pay bills for Aso rent. We budget for rent in Aso Rock.
Jesus Christ.
So who are we paying it to?
Wow.
So I will scrape a lot of money from the unnecessary expenditure and use it to improve education. When I use it to improve education in such a way that it is improved and affordable, like as I went to school, good schools. I ate chicken in school. Improve education. So the youth that is coming out, I will make our educational system competitive. What are we going to do in Ghana? What are we going to do in Cotonou? What are we going to do overseas? Where my children schooled? I went to some of the schools in Europe. They are not bigger than the ones I went to. They are not better than the ones I went to. It's just that the system is well organized. So education, once you educate a mind well, a productive education, entrepreneurial education will be part of my curriculum so that unemployment will not be... You see, these youths are easy to manipulate because they lack money.
I agree with you. Poverty.
I told you last time is weaponized poverty.
Weaponized poverty.
Then I will also organize the youths into bodies.
Okay.
Into bodies. Like as I said, 1 million youths contributing 1,000 naira a week.
It's 52 million. 52 million weekly. 1,000 naira weekly.
Weekly. Yes. 52 million weekly.
No, sorry, that's 1,000 youths.
1,000 youths
contributing 1,000 naira weekly will amount to 52 million. But
is it billion?
No, million. But if it is 1 million youths,
yes,
that amounts to a billion.
Billion. So we'll deliberately set up institutions where the youths will contribute. It will be well audited and managed. Then they have access to funds, entrepreneurial funds, start-up capital. Because small and medium enterprises in developed societies contribute 75% of their GDP.
I agree with you.
So
now, thank you very much, sir.
Then listen.
Yes.
The Super Eagles.
Wow.
You saw the anger in the stadium.
Of course.
Destroying the thing.
Lynched them.
The people were angry.
Angry.
You see, sports, talent hunts. I will develop sports in Nigeria. I will develop things, other sports like basketball. I will develop other sports like cricket. Cricket brings a lot of money to India. I played cricket as a student at Government College Ughelli.
Wow.
We played, Edo College plays cricket, Government College Ibadan plays cricket. We have cricket clubs around the country. I will develop other sports. I will make it in such a way that sports becomes a revenue-generating issue in Nigeria. Then number two, Nigerians in the entertainment industry. Nigerians have a lot of talent in music, have a lot of talent in acting, have a lot of talent in painting. When you are entering an airport in New York, in the US, it is Akunyili's daughter's painting that welcomes you.
In US?
Yes, the father said it before they killed that good man.
Wow.
So I will encourage their talents, encourage them.